We're live. I'll be right back. All right, I'm here. Fair notifications are going to be slow, so what's up, everybody? Already got thumbs up. Big Row, Little Truck, Light Bright, Lee Lost Cause, what's up? Sorry I didn't do my weekend live this week. I was under the weather. And, yeah, live feed. You know, there's a lot of negative elements on YouTube and social media in general. And every now and then we're reminded of the positives of social media. And you know, like our Zello channel. Oh, there's Zello right there. You know, we have a good time in our Zello channel. There's not a whole lot of crap talking. You know, these logic channels that want to get audio, you won't get anything from our channel. Is that a challenge? Yeah, it is. Oh, morning Ghost Rider, Adam Gallagher. I think I already did the other shout outs. Not too many people in here this morning. Anyways, this video is about the positives of YouTube. There is a viewer named Alan G who sent me a gift. Okay. And I thought I'd share that. Be careful not to put the address and name out there. So he just wanted to show appreciation for the videos that I do. And you know, and I don't really do anything other than just tell you what I'm going through. Kind of like a public diary, if you will. Rates are what they're at. You know, you got to fight a little bit. There's a picture. It's a very valid picture of kind of what we're going through. Basically, it's weak times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create bad times. It's pretty much the gist of it. So, without further ado, let Alan G, he emailed me out of the blue and said, hey, I want to send you something. Hey, Daniel Lane. I'm like, oh, you don't have to do that. He's like, no, I really want to. I want to show appreciation to you and a few other YouTubers of the videos that you put out, the information you put out, which I don't know if my information is really that valid. I might get a nugget out there by luck, mainly because I've made that mistake or I've made that screw up. My screw up this week was not working. We'll go over a few nuggets that I've learned this week. Anyways, let's we're back. Sorry about that. I bought this tripod. It's not that great. Anyways, let's see what Alan sent me. So Alan sent me this shirt. Says that on the back, Spirits of Maryland, Distiller Showcase. Sent me that. River Naval Air Museum. That's pretty cool. That's a cool place to visit. I don't get up to Baltimore or Maryland very often. Let's see what else he sent me. Now, he asked me what shirt size I was, and I told him 3 and 4X. I just now am able to get into 3X shirts. He's like, well, that's going to be a challenge on this next thing. But maybe this could be for your wife, who this would swallow her. Or, maybe for you, the future self. So he sent me this hoodie. It's a 2X. What's it say on the front there? Where the heck is Indian Head, Maryland? That's what it says on the front. And so yeah, he sent me that. So that's pretty cool. And then also in the box was a United States Navy mint coin. Sent me that. They sent me another coin, another Navy coin. Obviously, Allen's in the Navy. And then he threw in this window decal of the American flag. So Allen G. If you guys look through my comment section, you will see his name. And I told him that I was going to give him a shout out. I don't think he thought I was going to do a whole video on it. But yeah, anyways, Alan, thank you very much. I'm going to do my best to get into that 2X sweatshirt. And the 3X shirts are fitting. So, yeah, Big Rich, it was an American flag, just like that. So, Charles Brandt, what's up? CPAP. So, I'm going back to work today. Thank you. Thank you, Charles. Going back to work today. I hope you guys tuned into my metal show last night. Jade played it twice. Once at 8, once at 10. And he did that so I could hear my own show after the Stryper concert. I went and saw Stryper last night. And for those of you who are metalheads, a lot of the bands from the 80s have not aged well, either musically or, physical health. And Stryper is not one of them. Stryper is I saw him 30 years ago, if not a little bit better, actually. And it was a good time, man. My wife and I went, saw some old friends, but sonically they were perfect. I mean, not one bad note. Stryper sounds a lot heavier live than they do on CD. And they had Fat Man size shirts. I was so happy. Normally, I'm not able to buy concert shirts here in the last couple of years because the most you'll get is a 3X, and 3Xs were getting snug. Now, I can wear 3X shirts, so that's kind of cool. I was wearing 4X. So the shirt that Alan gave me, I can fit. Now, Alan gave me a 2X sweatshirt. That's my next goal. If I get into 2X again, I'll be happy. The goal is to get down below 300 pounds before my physical, DOT physical, coming up in January. And I still have to get a 1-year card because of the sleep apnea thing, but so it's a good goal. I'm only like 19 pounds from that goal, so there's a few of you I've reached out to about the health stuff. I try not to be pushy about that. I'm not a know-it-all. I'm still learning myself. All I know is what's working for me, just like the trucking thing, you know. I evaluated all my numbers. That's the thing, man. I didn't work this week because, the truck didn't get out of the shop until Monday. And I just, with my kid's birthday being this weekend and the concert being this weekend, that was one of my wife's birthday presents. I wanted to not go out too far, and the short haul game just wasn't working. Hey, Arturo's World and Next Gen, what's up? Next Gen, he's the guy that's really helped me with this health stuff. Anyways, I took this week to the short haul game just wasn't paying. It just wasn't. And there's a point where you basically you have to find, like, okay, so let's go over some rate stuff, okay? There's a certain point, there's a middle ground. No one knows how to do the middle ground. When you go to the rate pages on Facebook, a lot of people are like, oh, don't move for less than this. And then another person will say, well, you got to keep moving no matter what, so you're always making money. And just like politics, just like religion, there's no middle ground, okay? There's no middle ground. I try to find the middle ground. You don't want to run for less than what your costs are, okay? Unless you've got money in the... A lot of people make the mistake of sitting when the rates are good and moving when the rates are bad. You got to flip-flop that. When the rates are awesome, you got to just put your nose to the grind. Sacrifice a few holidays, sacrifice the weekends, and just move. Because when the rates do tank, and they're all below what you want to run for, then you can sit. As much as people think, we do not control the rates. If that was the case, Florida loads would pay a lot better. Think about that. People go to Florida and they deadhead out. So if you have 500 trucks going in, 400 all deadhead out of there, that doesn't bring the rates up for the 100 that picks the load out of there. It's all about supply and demand. And if you have a DAP board subscription, you can see the ratios between all the states. And I was on Zello the other day telling everybody the ratios. And a lot of the states that you think are good are not that great. A lot of states that I knew were not good were a lot worse than I thought. For example, Florida shows like 500 going in and maybe 100 going out. Texas was like that kind of number. But then states like California had 1,000 going in and 3,000 coming out. Why is that? Because no one wants to run California. And that's also partially because of all the Chinese rain is coming east for the Christmas holiday. The Christmas rush is upon us. I'm starting to see really good rates coming out of the West. Um, if you're working this week, make bank. Make that money. In between now and December 21st, you want to rake in as much money as possible. That way, come January, if you guys thought the rates and volume for you, I don't think I stored enough peanuts for January, so I got to work. Now, am I working over Thanksgiving? The short haul stuff was working for me, so I've got an out and back, and then hopefully Friday morning I'll have something leaving, and a lot of it will be that last minute we forgot to order kind of stuff. So I should be able to get some rates out of that. So, but you got to make hay while you can. There's a middle ground. If the rates are crap, you want to be able to sit. Think about this, guys. Why do most lease operator programs have weekly payments? Because they want you to keep moving. Because they know that in your head, that if you have a monthly truck payment, you there. All right, get out. I forgot what I was talking about. Awesome. Someone remind me in the comments. There's not many comments going on. Oh, truck payment. Okay, so if you have a $2,000 a month truck payment, you should be dividing it by 4. Okay. Thank you, Big Road. Because it gives you a goal of what you want to make that week. However, it's easy to sit there and say, well, $2,000 a month. Well, that's 2 loads, depending on what you get. I'll tell you, in a second here. And then you're not motivated to work for the rest of the month. So that's why these lease operators do weekly payments. So Ike Stevens, the Striper Show was awesome. Out of all the 80s bands, they have not been victims of time. They have gotten better, and they sound a lot heavier live than they do on CD, which I've always known that. Flawless. The sound was good. The venue that they played at last night, usually the sound sucks. But last night they must have brought in their own sound, man. Sonically, it was just amazing. Not one bad note, not one bad screech on the vocals, not just nothing, man. It was awesome. Michael Sweet sounds better as a vocalist than he did back in the 80s. And usually when someone sings high, very rarely as they get older can they still accomplish that. And Michael Sweet can still do that. The club, see, the first time I saw them was at a huge concert hall. I think it was 2,000 people when I saw them first time back in 1980. And I still got that shirt, by the way. I wonder if that shirt's within reach. Oh, yeah, here it is. Check it out. I can't fit in this shirt anymore. But yeah, this shirt is 30 years old. And this, you can't even read the you can't even read the tag. I think it's a large or an extra large. It's probably an extra large. Anyways, This time it was a small venue. There might have been about, I don't know, 300 people in this venue. And so it's I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the pictures on Facebook. I didn't put many up because, here's the thing, man. What I hate about going to concerts and you can't see. I hate that. And then at some point, you got to put the camera down and enjoy the concert, you know? And that's what I did. I took a few pictures, took one Facebook Live video on the first song, and then I was done. I was like, I'm enjoying this. And they pretty much played a lot of the old stuff, but they played a lot of the new album too, which I got a copy of that. It's up there. And I also got a shirt this year. So to go from that size shirt that I just put up to a 4X, I still buy a 4X shirt, but the thin material in the shirt tells me that it's going to shrink. So, so it should be a 3X by the time I wash it. But anyways, so yeah, the show was really good, man. I know, and Stryper delivered, man. Now the opening band, it was a local like cover band, and they were laughable. I mean, they were good as far as like musicianship and how they sounded and everything, but it was laughable because all they played was like, Guns N' Roses radio hits, and it's just like, there's a ton of original bands that would have been way killer for this, event. A lot of people that normally don't go to concerts were at that show. That's what Stryper does. So, anyways, it was a good show. It was a good show. But it's time for me to get back to work. So while the show cost me like $30 a pop for me and the wife's tickets, that was one of her birthday presents. Not running the short game this week has kind of hurt me a little bit because it just, if there was a load, say, like Pryor, Oklahoma to I don't know, Kansas City, well, I'd have to deadhead 100 and something miles back to Springfield. So when you did all the math, it came out to less than $1 a mile. That's below my cost. I don't have a weekly truck payment. So I said, you know what, screw it. I'm going to sit. And I looked. Now, Monday, my truck was done out of the shop. Tuesday, I looked. And then by then, there were some things coming up on Wednesday and Thursday. And I was just like, you know what, I'll just, Thursday morning, I booked my 2 loads for this week. And then came out to $2 a mile, all miles. So that's pretty good. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. There's going to be people like, oh, Steve, I can't believe you just said $2 a mile is good. Well, it's good for the short game for what I need it to do. They're both light loads, customers that I know very well, going to areas that I know. And I'm a guy of familiarity. Northeast sucks. That's the other thing that kind of affected me this past week was weather. It snowed Monday. I-44 was screwed up on Tuesday going to St. Louis. And so the weather played a part of it too. That's why I didn't roll Monday or Tuesday. And then when I saw everything northeast, I was going to do some longer runs. I was going to work for Thanksgiving, to be honest with you, but all the long stuff was going northeast where the rates were good. You know why? Because there's this, there's snow going on up there. And I try not to put myself in those situations. Do I know how to drive in snow? Yes. But to be honest with you, my collision mitigation system scares the crap out of me when it comes to snow. So anyways, that's what's going on. I want to thank Alan G for the presents. And, let's remind ourselves that YouTube can be a positive place. And like I said, I just share my story, man. If I give you nuggets, cool. A lot of people would watch my videos and tell me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, which, you know, I'm not going to argue with them because I am not the be all end all of anything. So, anyways, that's it, man. So check us out on the That's Trucking channel on Zello. And, you know, that's it. So Alan G, thank you very much. And we're gonna try to get that 2X shirt that he sent me, and we're well on our way. So we're down to 3X shirts again, which is nice. And you know, if you got any questions about what I'm doing health wise, reach out to me, man. I can help you out. Not that I know it all, but I know what's been working for me, and I know what's been working for others. So, all right, guys, that's it. Short video. I gotta go.